Welcome back, folks, to patch 1.1 test server, and today we'll play with the 60TP Lewandowskiego. It is a Polish tier 10 heavy tank, and it does feel like a tier 10 STI, which is basically a fusion of the IS-4 with the E100's large ass gun. So this 152mm is super long, about the same length as the hull. That's a long barrel gun, and it is fairly accurate, 0.38 accuracy compared to 0.4 on the E100 or 0.44 on the 705A, so it packs a wallop and pretty accurate, but it is the longest to aim, so that's the downside, and has about the same penetration as the E100 or the 705A, so penetration is alright, but you need to aim, otherwise you won't pen. However, it does have the same gold shell as the 705A, so about 317mm high explosive anti-tank rounds. And that would be okay, but it's not crazy like 350 or 400, but it's workable. So it does feel like a STI at tier 10 or a forward mounted version of the 705A. Does have pretty good accuracy, okay-ish aim time. I wouldn't say great, but it's workable. 8 degrees of gun depression, 20 elevation. Turret traverse is not bad, about 26 degrees per second, and DPM is fairly decent, 2700. So firepower wise, it's a large ass gun on turret with a lot of armor, so you won't penetrate this vehicle if it's hull down. Upper plate is about 350mm effective, so yeah, hull down this vehicle is a beast, but lower plate is about 200mm. So shoot the lower plate, shoot the cupola right here on the port side of the vehicle, or if you have a very high penetration gun, you could go through the driver hatch right here. So it is like the STI, but this vehicle is pretty chunky in terms of health, only 100 less than the E100 and more than the 705A. So this vehicle is quite hard to take out, unless you're side scraping. Side scraping armor is not great, only 100mm. There's a side skirt protecting the tracks, but it's not much, so I wouldn't recommend side scraping. I would mostly recommend hull down positions, because this vehicle has a lot of gun depression and turret armor. Side armor is not that great though. Mobility wise, it's about 13 horsepower per ton ratio, and that is great for this thing. Compare this to the E100, yeah, it's about 33% more, 35% more. Yeah, it's a lot faster to rev up, and not as fast as this vehicle right here, but give or take. So it does turn about the same degrees per second for the hull compared to the 705A. So view range is also the same as the 705A, so in general, you could think about this vehicle as a forward-mounted version of the 705A or a tier 10 STI. And would I recommend this vehicle over any other tier 10 heavies? Well, it does feel better, a lot better than the IS-4 and the E100. So the E100 gets pinned in the turret. All the gold shell, all the normal shell pins the E100's turret, and the periscope bar on top of the turret, and this thing is slow. This vehicle is rather fast in comparison, has a very good gun depression value and pretty strong turret front and upper plate front. So yeah, that means we do need a large buff for the IS-4 and the E100, but yeah, people saw play with the 705A, you will probably see play with this vehicle. So yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, in a tier scale of all the tiers, this would be like tier 1.5. Tier 1 would be like the Conqueror in terms of gun depression and hull down tactics. This would be like 1.5. It has a large ass gun, but there are a few weak spots, and it's not as fast, but hey, give or take. So I wouldn't say this vehicle is bad. A tier 3 vehicle would be the E100 or the IS-4. Tier 1 would be the best, obviously, but yeah, I would say this is like tier 1.5, 1.25. It's close to there, but a few more adjustments to see how the meta goes out, but this vehicle is actually not that bad. It's close to being good. It's close to being actually great. But I would say give it a little bit more view range, give it maybe a little bit better side armor, and this thing would be great. But let's play with it. So I do have the rammer, the vertical stabilizer, and vents. And unfortunately for this vehicle type, the loader is not the radio operator, unlike the Conqueror series. So you cannot train situational awareness to help with the view range. The view range is below average, so you can only train recon and situational awareness on the commander, which takes up more than enough spots. So compare this to the Conqueror, and you can see that with the Conqueror, nothing is wasted. So the loader is also the radio operator, and therefore he could be training situational awareness for his crew skill, and therefore helping the view range. So some vehicles are like that. Also, I would consider the E5 to be like 2.5 in terms of tier scale. It's like a 2.5 ish. I mean, that's how I rate the stuff. So meta wise, this will feel like 1.5, 1.25. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly decent. So let's play with this vehicle. I do have a few high explosive anti-tank round, and another downside about this tank that I forgot to mention is it only carries 30 rounds of the 152. Ooh, only 30 rounds. Yeah, it's only 30, but it's large ass shells. But you also have to remember the E100 carries about 50 rounds. So there are a few differences, but this vehicle makes use of hills dramatically better than E100s and the 705A. So tier 10 STI, and STI is actually pretty good of a tank. I would consider the STI to be like maybe tier 1 of tier 9 heavy tanks, maybe 1.5 of tier 9 heavy tanks. It's very good hull down, and you do have a weak spot, but I mean against like tier 7s or tier 8s, oof, STI is scary, and gun depression is scary as well. So tier 10 matchup. Alright. El Haluf. And there is a new UI with new countdown, but you can also do the second season of personal missions with the first season. So if you're already starting on the Stoke 4 missions, you can also do the Excalibur missions with it as well. So it's not limited to vehicle class, it's limited to vehicle nations, and therefore you could do it twice, or do it like in coordination with this the first season, and that's pretty good. So here is the grinding part of the Excalibur missions. The second set is the Chimera missions, and that is more like the first season, where you have to do well in one match rather than grinding in a few matches. And for the Object 726, it's like doing well in a series of matches. So there are 2 artilleries, and this vehicle has gun depression, so make use of the gun depression. But I do feel this vehicle is pretty good. I mean, I do feel this vehicle is comparable to the STI, and you should play vehicles like the STI a little bit more passively than aggro. But there's a large gun. So, I mean, compare this vehicle to the IS-7, he has problem with hills. I don't. He has to expose his lower plate. Same goes for the 704-30U. 704. That's not a vehicle type. So 2 7.7s. So we're already up here. Large gun. And I have the health to trade, but nice. So try to hide the lower plate if I can. Gold shell into the driver hatch. As expected, the driver hatch is not as strong, but it is the test server, and people spam gold shell like nothing on the test server, so as expected. Gun depression is great, but it's not like tier 10 degrees gun depression. Tier 10 conquer gun depression. So it's fine. Take my time. 11 seconds of downtime. So you still have to watch your health. I'm being a little bit careless. But spamming gold shells. We don't need gold shells for most of these things. So there's flash splashing over there. Yes, we have a cover now. Our teammate is dead. We have a cover. Let's heal. Yeah, your gold shell does not do anything against the upper plate. And when I have cover, I am pretty good. So we have the 4005 pushing up. Super Conqueror. Come on, Super Conqueror, push up more. Conqueror has 10 degrees of gun depression. Just be patient. Our teammates pushing up, give them time to push up. Now, artillery and tank destroyers from that ridge could shoot into this spot right here, so you want to go to crevices like this one. And you can see the artillery now. No artillery on their side, so we're clear. I have a bunch of tanks over here. They might have a 4005. No, 4005 is engaged. So take a quick look at the map. And we might want to switch to high explosive for funzy. No. Alright, high explosive time. And they're getting swarmed. Alright, now so you are. Takes some time to reload. Alright, time to hit it. See, 400 damage, still with high explosive. And that was the good part about playing the E100, is you can carry a lot of shells, and sometimes you can spam. So when you ram, use a corner of your vehicle to ram, because the tracks will absorb some of the cushion of, there'll be a cushion to some of the damage, but be still careful about your positioning. So mobility wise, it does feel faster than E100. Yeah, a lot faster than E100. E100 is slow. Also, what's interesting is currently this has about the same horsepower per ton ratio as the newly adjusted Super Pershing horsepower per ton ratio. Originally, the Super Pershing has the same horsepower per ton ratio as the E100, so that's a difference. You can tell the difference for the new Super Pershing based on the changes to the horsepower per ton with this vehicle. So it does feel faster. So destroy 20 enemy vehicles and cause 3,000 damage to enemy vehicles. So you can do this. That's the second season of personal missions along with the first season. So I have the second season active in place. But yeah, there it is. It should be this one. Yep. So progressing into a grind, but while grinding the second season of personal missions for the Excalibur, I'm also doing the T55A as well. So the finishing the T55A, already have the vehicles, but finishing it with honors. So that's the duality of the personal missions, and I do like it. And for the first set, you have the limitations for vehicle class. For the second set, you have the limitations for different nations. So that's pretty good. And there's a downside, and that is, well, you only get 3 stages, so not that many new tanks compared to the first season, but I wouldn't call it a downside. It's more like whatever. give or take. I mean, I wasn't expecting second season of Polish with the Polish tanks, so I wasn't expecting second season of Minsk / name. Yeah, they didn't change the game files, so it's 90 _ Minsk / name. But yeah, I wasn't expecting the second season of Polish. Oh, God damn it! I wasn't expecting the second season of personal missions with the Polish tanks. Ooh, so let's take a look at where should we go. It's a city map with a river and town center park in the middle. So I would expect to go down the town proportion. There is artillery, so artillery will be shooting at, judging from this position into the park right here. So yeah, we should go town. It does feel somewhat like Minsk reversed. Alright. Keys for switching indication of mission progress is not assigned. What the hell does that mean? I have no idea. Alright, whatever. So you can actually switch personal missions? Wow, that's actually pretty good. You can switch it on the fly. If you just finish doing one mission, you can switch it and do another mission? Oh, we're top tier, so... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still new. This is the first time I play on Minsk. I have no idea where the hell I'm going and where the good spots are. I'm hull down currently. There are no spots. They're behind a bunch of buildings. Ooh. There's a ridge in the middle. There's a Yak Panzer E100. Pin. There's a Panzer Kampfwagen 7. There's a little building. Reloading the gun. Ah, missed the ridge of his turret base. Close. Missed the ridge of his turret base. That is the weak spot. I'm side scraping. There's a large obelisk. In the... What the hell is this little building? Can I use it as cover? I think I can. Oh, detract. So he cannot penetrate this thing. No. Emil 2 or Kramwagen. Technically, it's also the Emil 2. Oh, don't turn the turret this way. There we go. There goes the accuracy. Okay, he's reloading. We'll try to shoot the pseudo 72. Damn. Missed the shell. He has a 128. The same gun that's on the Yak Tiger. BMX. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. He is in perfect hull down position. I have no shots. What are you doing, E100? You're pushing me into... Fine, you go die. You go die. I don't care. I was like, why is my screen jiggling? Yep, E100 is pushing... Or E75 is pushing you. So don't side scrape too much. Don't side scrape too much. This has only 100 millimeters of side armor. So we'll load high explosive for him. He moved off. Switch back to AP. AP. This is artillery zone. There are shots. There we go. So it's like freaking Minsk. It is basically Minsk. You can shoot into the town from across the field, but it just basically reversed Minsk. Can I shoot at him from this position? Ah, dang it. The projectile will keep them occupied. Let's go take care of the crime wagon. There we go. Lower plate, thank you. AMX 5100. Can I do reverse side scrape? Oh, we do have the... Oh, it's also like the old highway map. Also, highway hasn't been back yet, so this is like highway as well, in a sense. Nice, nice. So it's only the E75 and us. We have artillery, but just be careful. There's autoloader, there's a Type 5, there's 60TP. Let's see where we can go. I repaired the tracks with nothing. I was too scared. Nice. Don't shoot me. Oh, he missed the shot. Alright, I don't have tracks, so I have to be careful. There we go. I can take a hit. I can take a hit. There we go. He cannot hit. So, face hug is also a very viable tactic. Shoot right into the driver hatch. Use your gun as space armor. There you go. Big ol' back and forth. Use your... See? He got my gun. Use your gun. Point towards his gun. And it acts as space armor. You can wiggle all you want. You're toast. There you go. So use your gun. Point toward his gun. And move back and forth. There you go. Move back and forth. Don't give him a clean shot. Don't give it in him a clean shot. He'll give up sooner or later. He gives up. And we just shoot into the driver hatch. That's how you play this thing. Face hug. I love face hugging. Oh god. So when you're face hugging, after you shoot, use your gun as space armor. The gun and the tracks are always space armor. They don't get damaged. Well, they do get damaged, but you don't lose health. But use it as space armor. Point your gun towards his gun. It acts as space armor, protecting your vehicle's hull. And jiggle around a little bit to throw off his shot. Wonderful. That was good. That was good. That was good. 5,000 damage. Alright, let's do a few more. But that's the usual way of playing this game. If you're face hugging, after you shoot or while you're trying to throw off or bait the shot, point the gun towards his gun or the base of his gun, and that should throw off some of the shots, or try to line up your gun with his gun. So I have adjusted the little key binding for personal missions, but it is pretty interesting because you can track your stuff now more accurately with the key binding. So you have to go to settings, you have to go to the controls, and go down towards, where the hell is that? right here, progress for personal missions. I changed that to H, but once you press it, you can see the tracking of the stuff. So I have to destroy, well, composition. Okay, this is only for second season. It's not for the first season. What the frick? You can also press the tab button and press the missions thing. Yeah, why wouldn't track the first set of personal missions? I don't think I have one for this type of vehicle. I already did all the heavy tanks, so I guess if you play medium tanks or light tanks, when you already have the missions, it tracks both? I don't know. Alright, assault on this map. I forgot the name. Siegfried line. Alright. Oh, Polish accuracy did not help. Come on, Polish accuracy. Across the map. So they're hull down, but we don't have artillery. So we got the turret back and forth. So yeah, hull down positions. Jeez. Super good. I mean, if the Jagdpanzer E100 positioned himself to where the TVP T5051 is, spark damage is still good. Type 5s. I'll switch the Gold Shell for the Type 5, but there we go. You sit still and I'll shoot you with Gold Shell. So would I prefer the Super Conqueror over this vehicle? Well, I missed. Yeah. If the Jagdpanzer has a shot, oof, that's great. Hull down position. Oh no! Would I prefer this over the Super Conqueror? That's a big question. This thing has a punch, and Big Alpha has its advantage because you don't expose yourself too often, and you do have the gun depression as well. So Big Alpha means you punch, you run away. You punch hard, whereas for the Super Conqueror, you punch like 400 damage, and you punch twice to get the damage. So that's the trade-off with having high Alpha is you hit pretty hard doing like once. We don't need Gold Shell for the side armor. Yeah, I do like it. I do like the high Alpha punch and the gun depression combo, and that's a very big combo when you play the T30, because the T30 punches pretty hard and it has the gun depression for the punch. So we're getting flanked. The Jagdpanzer E100 should have a better shot, as well as the 5051. But let's try to capitalize on the stiff. So we'll wait for the. Let's see if I can destroy this. Batch out. Oh, damn. Batch has disappeared. Go back a little bit. Be patient. Yeah, always be patient when you're playing these. You're playing a heavy tank. There's a 455. There's an E50. Our batch head is rushing forward. 455 is in the town, so we are a little bit better on his end. Yeah, suck one. You're dead. You don't YOLO rush in a batch. Yeah, nope. Yeah, this turret armor feels good with the combo. You have the Alpha, you have Gigantic Alpha, Gigantic Pin, well not Gigantic Pin, but Gigantic turret armor, as well as the Alpha combo, and this vehicle is not that slow like an E100. I think it's good. Is it better than the 705A? Ooh, that's a. Well, 705A has no accuracy. That's a big problem. So dispersion factor is garbage on the 705A. 0.44 accuracy compared to this to 0.38. Yeah, that's a lot more different. Actually got showing. Would I prefer this over the Conqueror? Angle. Damn it. Got my lower plate. Yeah, I got the lower plate. Lower plate's weak. So don't expose yourself too much. Yeah, the Alpha is great. I mean, it doesn't have the DPM as a Super Conqueror, but Jesus, it packs a punch. Yeah, I would still consider this as a 1.25 or 1.5 tier vehicle. I mean, I might change it to 1. Oh, I might change it to 1. But my phone's going off. Oh, but there's a bad chat in the field. Yeah, I won't chase. But yeah, the combo feels great. I get pinned in the lower plate. That's the only shot from a grill. Otherwise, the turret bounce all the shots. There may be a shot trap underneath the mantlet into the driver hatch. So, if you are stuck, you might want a shot trap onto the driver hatch by the lower plate. Yes, I get it. There's a voicemail, you stupid phone. But, yep. Capturing enemy base. Rush B, Suka. I don't know. The gun is huge. The gun is huge. I still consider this one of the top tier vehicles. Yeah, compared this to the IS-4, Jesus, light years ahead. Light years. Let's play one more. But light years. It's mostly the combo of the Alpha with the turret gun depression. And you cannot beat that thing. I mean, it's like the same with the Kranwagen. How the Kranwagen could clip out 1,400 damage while haul down, and there's no way of you penetrating. But unlike the Kranwagen, this thing is constant. It's always there. So the only way to kill this thing, if it's hauled down, is artillery, or Type 5s, or FE4005s, or 183s, 215B 183s. So high explosive rounds into the driver hatch crevice between the turret and the hull, and that's where you pin. So right into this crevice right here, and that's where you damage it. But yeah, I don't know. I would. I still consider this thing good. I mean, in today's meta, I mean, unless you're facing like a bunch of Type 5s, then but we don't live in that world, do we? Like, if you're facing like 5 Type 5s on the enemy team and they're all next to you, yeah, obviously your armor doesn't mean shit. But you still have the turret armor against normal tanks without the high explosive rounds. So I do think this is a pretty good tank. Why is everybody rushing Valley? Fuck it, everybody rush Valley. It doesn't feel slow. It doesn't feel slow. That's a big part. It doesn't feel like an E100. It does. Use. People always think, oh, you can do whatever you want on the test server, dude. Your account is linked to your test server. You get banned normally on the live server if you're being a dick. 60TP. If they have artillery, they have a shot. Do they have a shot? I mean, normally the artillery would be shooting at the Shuriken right now, but there we go. There's the artillery shot. So, okay, the 60TP fired. Polish accuracy! Get out of here, Sheridan. Okay, we have a large gun. That was the 455. It's the 455. Let's go. Got the load plate. Have a teammate as scapegoat. Oh, even artillery's backing up. So we're pushing up. Nice, nice. Sheridan's dead. K91. Super Punker is pushing me because why not? Go Super Conqueror. Into the lower plate. Okay, ammo rack is pretty weak. Yeah, ammo rack is relatively weak. But then again, all Russian-based heavy tanks with cramped crew compartment is pretty freaking weak. The S tank. So, yeah, avoid getting ammo rack is a big deal. I'll tell the teammates about the S tank. Where is he? We are pushed. We're pushing into the town, but I'll wait. Dude, S tank. Dude, S tank. You're gonna keep getting hit by S tanks. So S tank is likely right there. Missed. Yeah, Panzer U-100. Back up a little bit. Back off into our artillery. Back off into. People don't listen. People just don't have a brain. You're dead. S tank. Oh, close enough. Oh god, this reload. Why would you listen? Listen, you idiot. Alright, S tank is coming. Or Yak Panzer U-100 is coming. Fix our ammo rack. High explosive anti-tank round. Wonderful. I thought that was an ammo rack yet again. It's not. I have to push back. There's no way. There's more than the Yak Panzer U-100. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Yeah! Fuck you! So upper plate, impenetrable. Even for our gold shell, Yak Panzer U-100. Artillery, I need some support now. Yeah, no. Get out of here. 420, blaze it! Go chill. Oh, I'm by myself. Oh, I didn't blaze it. Under pressure. Nice. He shouldn't have a repair kit. Oh shit. Are you sitting behind me? Yep. There's a projectile coming too. Ah, damn it, I couldn't reload fast enough. It's stupid teammates pushing into a S tank. You don't push into a S tank. Morons that never have tier. Well, then again, morons already have tier 10. Don't even know what the hell they're doing. I told you, there's an S tag. Just what? No, I want to kill. So the upper plate demonstrated how strong it is. Well, then again, it's sloped. And gold shell versus sloped armor. Gold high explosive anti-tank shell versus sloped armor. Nope. But yeah, teammates don't know how to adjust accordingly towards the push. And when you should push, when you should not push. There's a difference. Alright, we'll play one more with the vehicle. But I still think it's pretty good. Yeah, teammates are stupid type 5. How much did we lose? Ooh, spam a lot of gold shell. Yeesh. But yeah, personal mission for the second season does seem a little bit longer. Well, then again, you need to destroy 20. So I think this is a little bit better if you're playing lower tiers. But it also requires secondary condition. So deal 3,000 damage. Do it 5 times. So is that like per? I think it's cumulative. Like you do 3,000 damage no matter how many battles there are. But I think it would be better if you do like, if you want to finish everything, do the 3,000 5 times, like 15,000 damage, as well as do the 20 kills. If you want to do that in tier 6 vehicles, how long would that take? I think the damage part is the harder aspect of doing it lower tiers, but yeah, sure. Alright, 1 artillery, that's good. No stupid artillery. So you have to be aware of your hull armor. The hull armor on the side is garbo. 100 millimeters, it's workable, but it's not great. But this vehicle is mostly the turret armor, the gun depression, and the upper plate. So know your position, know when you should back off, as well as when you should push is a very big deal when playing heavy tanks without that much speed. But then again, it goes for every heavy tank or all the vehicles in the game, so push when you have to, don't push when you are getting wrecked by an S-tank camping in the back. God damn it. Well, then again, every server has morons, and every morons play the game. Skill sets. Alright, let's do the gun depression stuff. For this hill, it's a little bit rough with the edging. And there's a Jagdpanzer E100, so that's not nice. Stupid moron. You know, we need artillery, you dumb shit. There we go, folks. Stupid morons. Ah, God, I'm getting triggered! It's not Rage Against the Meta! Just making your own game harder by killing our own artillery. Can I shoot that little machine gun for it? No. I'm getting triggered. I'm sorry. Ooh, nice shot by the 4005. Sam is getting triggered. I refer to myself in third person because I like it. Other side not pushed. I didn't shoot the Cupola. That's a Type 5. He's using AP? Type 5 that use AP? Holy crap! There's no AP for. What gun does he has? Is there a ridge in his gun for the Type 5? If there is, that's the 140. And there's no AP shell for the 152. Okay, please. Back the fuck up! Gun depression is good, but it's not like reverse slope crazy good. Yeah, go rush. Don't rush into their gun. I'm getting capped. There we go. Have to head back. Wow, you guys can't kill one. Get out of the way, please. Get out of the way. I'm getting triggered. It's not Rage Against the meta. I'm getting triggered. I'm getting even more triggered than playing Rage Against the meta. I mean, I don't mind terrible vehicles, but goddamn idiots. Russian accuracy or Polish accuracy doesn't help. So they have a WZ. WZ's right there. Yeah. And a T62A. Nice. He drove off. Reverse crash into. Alright, and 62A and a 50-51. Judging by that shell, he is likely somewhere there. I mean, there's no way you shoot through the mountain, do you? There we go. Yeah, it's an accurate quote-unquote gun. A large-ass accurate gun, quote-unquote. Snipe across the map. There's one more. 50-51. Observe my teammates to see where the shell lands. So yeah, don't be a dick on the test server because it's actually linked to your actual server. If you get banned, they would know. Right, out. Dumbasses. I don't have 6 cents. They haven't spotted him yet, so I'm guessing down there. There he is. Oof. Yeah, that was a terrible game. How about one more? Yeah, let's do one more, just for the hell of it. Let's just do one more. So many morons. I'm getting triggered. I'm getting triggered. These stupid teammates. God damn. Alright. Did I kill anybody? No. Didn't kill anybody. Yeah, that was... morons. Alright, so... preferably... good match, hopefully. But... ooh, Glacier. Yeah, Polish tanks. It's a whole new tech tree though. Oh, also I checked out the research throughout the whole tech line. A lot of the engines are not shared on another vehicle. Like for example, if you research an engine on a vehicle, it's not shared with the vehicle afterwards. So sometimes you have to spend a little bit more XP researching stuff. But it looks like the average amount of XP from fully upgraded to elite the vehicle, like researching the next vehicle in the tier, seems lower than the average. So that's good, but it's countered by the fact that you have to research a lot of the engines multiple times because it's not shared. So that might be the trade-off. Some of the guns are shared, so that's good, but you still need to research the tracks to equip it, obviously. And some of the radios are shared, but it's mostly the engines, and you do need engine power if you're going to be a little bit slow. So, yep, this map. There's usually mediums or lights going there. Maybe the bad chat. We'll see. I'll poke my gun. Damn, that was close. So yeah, you should rush for that spot. That spot is great for shooting down into the engine deck of heavy tanks if you have gun depression. Oh, missed that thing too. But super conquer. I'm exposing myself. Close. Close. This position is wonky because of the super conquer. Yeah, this position is not good. The super conqueror has you flanked as well as you have no cover against the front. But if you have an E3, that's a whole different story. So that's why you want to go for the hill, because they have... Oh, you missed the shot. So side scrape, too much. Please don't repair the track soon. There we go. You got greedy. Alright, there's 455. There's a whole butt ton of people over there, so we're backing off. We're backing off now. And there's a lot of dudes. We have a Badger supporting. That's good. But there may be too many rocks to help out with the Badger. Poke back up. Please poke up. Poke back up. Poke back up. Poke back up. And there's a lot of dudes. There's a lot of dudes. Badger's dead. Holy crap. Yeah, back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Shoot the super conqueror in the middle, please. So I'll prevent the E5 direction flanking the other direction, but I cannot hold out long. I need to wait for the mediums to push the southern flank and be a little bit cowardly. Yeah, we're overmatched on this end of the stuff, so. Alright, Super Conqueror is destroyed by the medium. I'll see if the E4 pushes. If he does, I'll shoot him. But there's a lot of dudes in the middle. Sometimes you cannot be on the front line. Sometimes you have to support your teammates from the rear. I mean, if you all lemming train into one side, if you get flanked, you're pretty much dead. I'm just waiting. I don't want the E5 to die. See, that's what happens. You have to support your teammates. I almost tunnel focused without seeing the... Right. Get out of the way. Into the side armor. The FE455 is watching my ass, hopefully. FE455, thank you. Fight tank. Nice. Alright, so bait them into the FE4005 in the artillery. Come on, bait. Oh, that was a lag. Shite. Nope. Come on, FE4005. So, yeah, use your teammates. Your teammates are there to help. Use them. My FE4005 and artillery. Nice. I need to keep into this position, otherwise I get flanked. Keep dog the shot. What the shit? I can survive one hit. No. Do they have artillery? They do. Why is it not shooting at me? Nice! Alright, combo wombo! Ah, damn it. If only the FE4005 push up a little bit more. Well, I bounced a lot of shots, especially gold shots. So the upper plate is very strong. The upper plate is very good, but don't get shot. Don't do stupid stuff like I do and expose the drive wheel. That was stupid. That was dumb. But, yeah. I was expecting this 005 to shoot here and this 005 to shoot here, but well. So there you go, folks. The freaking Polish 60TP Lewandowskiego. I think it's good. I think it's not that bad of a heavy tank. It's pretty decent, but you need to know how to play heavies correctly. It doesn't have the side armor. It's mostly relying on upper plate armor as well as the turret armor. So side armor is Garbo. 100mm without that thick of a side skirt. Yeah. But you do have a crew of 4. So it's the same as the tier 9, I believe. So I will keep the tier 9 as well. Tier 9 doesn't seem that bad. It has 130. It plays the same as WZ111-4, but it has the same gun depression, better gun depression as the tier 10. Yeah, 8 degrees. So it's a lot better in terms of the gun depression with the large gun. So let's do a preview of this thing. So putting the top turret. Yeah, you don't have to research the tracks for the top turret. You do need the tracks for the top gun though. Alright. Do I need the turret? No, you don't need the top turret for the gun. Do I need the tracks for the gun? So you can actually research the gun without researching the turret or the tracks. Alright. But using the top turret, you need a better track. And this should help with the DPM as well, because the top turret will give a boost to the reload time. Slightly, not that much. Oh well. And the engine and the stuff. So gun depression should be 10 degrees or to 8 degrees. Yep. So it's like, wow, it has more alpha than the Russian or the Chinese 130. It's 560 compared to 490. But let me take a quick look. Clear list. Add to comparison against my WZ tier 9. Where's the WZ111 5A predecessor? So yeah, you have more alpha. Reload time is obviously longer without equipments, but you do have 8 degrees of gun depression. Let's configure this to top configuration without crew skills, without the equipments. So tier 9 is larger in the punch and better in the gun depression aspect, but same accuracy, same DPM. So you're trading the reload time for better alpha and more penetration. I would prefer more alpha than rapid fire for large guns like 130 because you want to poke out as less frequently as possible. So not as frequently as possible because you trade the shots. The more you are exposed, the longer you will be hit, and therefore you get damaged. So alpha on the tier 9 is great. Also with the DPM. DPM is not bad. It's the same as the WZ1-4, but it has the 8 degrees of gun depression, and that is a big deal. How do we do? Topping the list. Gets wrecked. Spends a lot of gold shell, does not get pinned. Sucks to be me. But yeah, the upper plate armor is great. So bounce 8 rounds, gold shell, mind you. And yeah, compare this. How much horsepower per ton does this tier 9 have? Let's see. With the top stuff. Click. With the top stuff, the mobility is 13. So it does feel slightly slower than the WZ1-4, but I just should have clicked here. Well, not really. I thought WZ had more horsepower per ton. Interesting. What about view range? Yeah, 380 compared to 400. But you do have the gun depression, and that might be a big kicker for this vehicle. It has the same hull armor, same turret armor. Wow, tier 9 version doesn't seem that bad. Holy crap. What about the tier 8? Let's take a look at the tier 8. High tiers are more fun than lower tiers. Lower tiers are boring. Let's see the tier 9. Tier 9 and tier 8. I can't talk. Stupid buttons. Configure. Top configuration. Let's see. Well, it is what caliber of a gun this is? Oops. Preview. It's a 122 with 420 alpha? Interesting. Wow, it does get more alpha for the 122 and the 152 and the 130 compared to the 705A. Alright. More alpha. What's the DPM? Not bad. 2070. Not bad. Aim time is a little bit long. Accuracy, yeah. But it's still pretty good compared to stuff like T32. T32 has like 0.38 accuracy or something. Ugh. But yeah, 8 degrees of gun depression, faster turret traverse. Hull armor is only 110. Turret armor is 210. I wouldn't expect the hull armor to be good. Yeah, the hull armor is garbo. Yeah, the armor is insufficient. Maybe for the hull. It's like a T32 maybe for the hull. It is well sloped though. 110 well sloped. I doubt it. I doubt the hull armor will be that good, but it's mostly relying on the turret and the gun depression. And 122, it does have a cupola weak spot. So the higher tiers feels like you shouldn't rely on the upper plate armor unless you're playing the tier 10. And otherwise, it has the gun depression, it has the large alpha, but it trades off with a lower, slower reload. I think it's worth it. So there you go, folks. The Lewandowskiego. I think it's pretty good. Like tier 1.25, 1.5-ish, maybe 1. Maybe a tier 1 vehicle. Maybe you'll see this thing in Clan Wars. But yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely a lot better than the IS-4. A lot better than the E100. I would play this thing normally than the IS-4 or the E100. That's for sure. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.